Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Nelson County School Superintendent Anthony Orr for our Ask the Superintendent segment here for the month of September. And as we said, it is September.
Already.
So, yes, school's been in session a little over a month, right?
I think
or
that's
about
right. Just right at a month. We started on the 6th of August, so we're almost there.
So getting on a month. How's the first month been going?
It's been great. You always are nervous about the start of any school year, but been to all the schools and spent time in them. And what I'm hearing from principals and teachers and students and parents is that we've had a really great year, really great start around the district. So it's been exciting.
It's fantastic. Good. So we're going to talk about some exciting stuff that's going on. Mm-hmm. We know that the ACT testing results are in, right? Mm-hmm. Right. How we do?
Well, we did well. We have, across the state of Kentucky, all junior students in high school take the ACT each March. And we kind of knew what the results were coming back from the kids individually, but we got a release just a few weeks ago from ACT that gave us the official scores for our schools, and really excited about how our schools did. Thomas Nelson got a 20.9 composite score for their students, and Nelson County High School got a 19.9 composite score. So Nelson County had the bigger jump, but Thomas Nelson did a great job as well. Both those high schools had composite scores over the state average, and so it was nice to beat out the state average, but really excited about what that says. Not just about those kids, but what it says about how our staff is working. One of the things that we like to talk about is college and career readiness, and ACT is a part of the measure of college and career readiness. So those kids look good for that measure, but we understand that you don't just get those skills and that knowledge in the junior year that you take that test. That's something that our district has been building for those kids and with those kids and parents all the way through their coming up in school. And so to see them do so well is really exciting for all of us as a staff, pre-K all the way through senior year.
Now, when we talk about the ACT, you say a composite score. So we're talking about there are a few different areas. And what is the high score for an ACT?
So the composite score, if you, and there are 4 areas, and I probably will struggle to name them because it's been so long since I had to deal with it directly, but we have social studies, we have language arts, we have math and science. And so you put those scores together, and there's a different maximum score for each piece of it, but the overall maximum score is a 36. So if you have a student who makes a perfect score on every subtest, they'll get a 36. So that's that 20.1 and 20.9 and 19.9 are really out of a 36. The state average, I believe, was a 19.4. And the state average had come up 0.2, and we were still able to leapfrog the state average. So really excited for those kids. And of course, you talk about ACT, you're really talking career readiness, but also the college readiness piece is ACT is a big determination of how much assistance students get financially when they go to college and where they can go.
Where they can go, actually, right. So that's great. And I know they're going to be having some ACT prep classes coming up at the Nelson County Library has some stuff going to be going through there too. So if you have and it's always junior year, right?
It's kind of interesting. Those scores I was just talking about are for all of the juniors. And students can take the ACT anytime on their own that they choose to. And a lot of those kids who took it in their junior year will retake it to try to raise their scores and get a little closer to the money or a little further in the money. And so they'll be doing that. They can do that throughout the course of the year. There are, I think, about half a dozen times that kids can take the ACT again.
Well, if you have a student that's going to be taking that in the near future, do contact the Nelson County Public Library because they'll be happy to help you with that too. Now, yes, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, definitely test preparation is a part of it. I mean, we don't ever want to so over-focus on testing that we forget all of the things that we do in schools for kids. But if you can have your student go in prepared, one of the things that we have found is really important for that test preparation is kind of that sense of testing on the clock. You do have to be quick. You have to not spend too much time on problems that you don't know how to solve. You got to move quickly through those in order to be able to get all of the correct answers that you possibly can. So that kind of practice is something that really does help raise test scores.
Great. Okay. Okay. So good news with the ACT throughout the school. Now you're actually getting ready for some more testing though too, right?
We do have more coming up. Since probably about 2009, the state really has spread the testing system that's required of us throughout the course of the whole year. It used to be years ago we did all of our testing in April, and we kind of packed it into about a 10-day period, but we spread it all out. So on September 16th, we have coming up the Explore test for 8th graders and the Plan test for 10th graders, and I believe also we have the writing test for seniors. So we'll have a lot of things going on in our buildings at that time. So those are another indicator, especially the Explore and Plan, of that college and career readiness piece. When you look at a student's Explore scores from the 8th grade, it should give you an idea of how well they'll perform on the Plan as sophomores and then the ACT as juniors. So those all kind of work together, and so we'll be doing that and looking forward to those scores. Our schools have done really well over the last couple of years on those two tests, and so we look for more good results there. So we appreciate kids helping us out and doing their best.
Absolutely. Great. Okay. Now also we want to talk about a project that you've been working on that's kind of a grant proposal, right?
Well, actually, last year the Nelson County Schools were awarded a $45,000 grant.
Okay.
And it was an application that we did through the Kentucky Association of School Administrators. It was funded by the Department of Education, and the purpose of the grant was to help school districts be more efficient. We all know that money's tight, that you always need more resources so that you can do better, and so we wanted to make sure that we were being as efficient as we possibly could in the work of the district. And so we had an opportunity to have a trainer from the American Productivity and Quality Center. It's a nonprofit centered in Houston, come and work with us for several days, and we looked at three processes really that we wanted to improve. We wanted to improve the way we collect demographic information about kids, which feeds into everything that we do, from lunchroom money. Get my attention on the district's Facebook or website, and Facebook page or website, and we'll get back to folks.
Sounds great. Well, again, I've been talking with Anthony Orr, who is the superintendent for the Nelson County School System. It's been Gary White for Central Kentucky Television.